I remember the day I met Lauren as clearly as if it had just happened. She radiated joy, her laughter lighting up every corner of the room like sunlight. I wasn't anyone special, not the kind of man who turned heads or had money to spare, but I knew how to love deeply, fiercely. At least I thought I did. I worked hard, built a life I believed would make her feel safe, cherished, a home without worries, a future with promise. But sometimes love and effort still aren't enough. The unraveling started subtly. A dinner missed here, a late night there. Lauren had just started a new job at a marketing firm. She was excited, threw herself into it with everything she had. She'd talk about her co-workers, mostly women. She'd assure me, but one name surfaced too often, Jason. Jason this, Jason that. I brushed it off. Why wouldn't I? We had vows, a marriage, a foundation. I trusted her. But trust is funny. It can blind you as it slowly bleeds you dry. She became more distant. Her phone, once forgotten on tables or nightstands, was always with her now, gripped tight. Her makeup became a little more careful each morning. Her outfits just a bit more polished. Red flags waved, but I looked away. Love will do that. Convince you to doubt your gut instead of the person holding the knife. It all cracked open on a quiet Saturday. She'd gone to brunch with friends. I was cleaning when her tablet buzzed on the kitchen counter. Unlocked. Forgotten. One message changed everything. Jason, I can't stop thinking about last night. When can I see you again? My hands trembled as I scrolled. Thread after thread of messages. Weeks and months of secrets dressed as friendship. So many lies wrapped in the soft voice I had once trusted more than my own. When she returned that evening, the tablet was open on the table. She froze, the color draining from her face. Tom, she whispered, I can explain. Explain, I said, my voice cold and flat. Go ahead, make it make sense. She stammered, tried to gather words like scattered marbles, then settled on the most tired excuse of all. It was a mistake, just a harmless mistake. I laughed then, a laugh with no joy, only the sharpness of betrayal. Harmless? I repeated. You call months of lying and sneaking around harmless? Her tears came next, hot and desperate, but they were empty, just like the promises she broke. I told her to leave. That night, she packed a bag, grabbed her phone, the same device she'd used to destroy everything, and walked out. I didn't sleep. I sat alone in our once happy house, haunted by images of our wedding. Her dress, the vows, the smiles, all of it felt like a cruel joke now. That's when the idea came to me. Something symbolic, something final. Her wedding dress still hung in our closet, the one she had wanted preserved forever as a keepsake. It felt fitting that the very symbol of our commitment be reduced to ash. The next few days, I moved with grim purpose. I bought a metal trash bin, lighter fluid, and matches. At dusk, I folded the dress carefully into bin and lit the match. The flames devoured it hungrily, lace and satin curling into smoke and soot. The smell was sharp, bitter, but to me it smelled like justice. I let the ashes cool, then swept them into a small box. I wrote a note, cold and deliberate. Lauren, you called it a harmless mistake, but mistakes have consequences. Our marriage meant something. You chose to burn it to the ground. So I did the same. Don't come back. Don't call. This chapter is over. Tom. I left the box and note on the dining table, locked the doors, turned off the lights, and finally I slept. Deep, undisturbed sleep for the first time in weeks. She came back the next day to collect her things. I heard her call my name as she entered, then silence, followed by a raw, guttural sob when she found the ashes and my note. I didn't go downstairs. I sat quietly in my room, listening as she cried, begged, pleaded. Eventually, she left. She didn't return. The weeks that followed were slow, but healing. I joined a gym, started volunteering at an animal shelter, and reconnected with old friends I'd let drift away. I began therapy, working through the damage in a space where I could be heard without judgment. Little by little, I stopped feeling like a man broken and started feeling like someone reborn, stronger, wiser, free. From mutual friends, I heard Lauren wasn't doing so well. Jason dumped her after everything unraveled. Apparently, cheaters don't make great partners when the tables turn. She moved into a small apartment across town, struggling to hold things together. I wanted to feel pity. Maybe a small part of me did. But mostly, I felt nothing but relief. I had escaped. I had survived. One afternoon, months later, I ran into her at a coffee shop. She looked tired, her eyes hollow. She tried to start conversation, tried to apologize again. I stopped her. "Lauren," I said, my voice calm, "I've moved on. You should too." Then I turned and walked away, never looking back. Closure doesn't always arrive wrapped in peace. Sometimes you have to create yourself. Rip it from the ashes of what once was. Burning that dress, writing that note, it wasn't about revenge. It was about reclaiming power, ending a nightmare with my own hands. And now, as I step into the future, I know one thing with absolute certainty. I won't let anyone make me feel that small ever again.